Welcome to the finals. Wouldn't you know it? A rematch against our boy, P. Proteus. Well, we lost the die roll, and I think he put us on the play, which is what I would have done. And this hand's pretty great because of the Elvish Visionaries, so we'll definitely keep. He keeps on 7 as well. We draw another Visionary, which is good. We would like to draw a blue land eventually, but that's fine. We at least drew a tap land, so that's fine. Sky Spawner, yeah. If this Jungle Hollow was a blue dual land, we'd be in a really good position. But we've got some Visionaries in play, so does he. I'll bash and trade. I got pulses for days. Here, I think I'm fine just running out Lore Master. If it dies, it dies. It uses my mana. If I hit an untap land, I can play 2/3 drops next turn. Or 2/2 drops. He has Oblivion Strike for it. That's actually really bad for me. So good thing I draw another Lore Master. So this turn I decide I just want to hit a land drop more than play a 3-drop on curve. And I draw another Elvish Visionary. Okay, finally hit another land, so I'm fine attacking in here. If he creates a 2/2, it's fine, but it's making his Vulturous Havens worse. The 2/2 is just not going to be that important. Okay, because I have my Sultai Emissary, it's whatever. He has no play with 5 cards in hand, which is a little scary. And no pulse. What the heck could he have? So, like, he must have some sort of removal spells and or counter spells in hand is what I'm thinking. He would have played Aven or Sky Spawner. Could have a Ruin Processor. I attack with the Emissaries to see if he'll let me upgrade, but he does not. He drew a Pulse, getting back a black creature. It's okay, so it's not. Yeah, getting back an Emissary, I guess. The chat is not working on the replays very well here. So here I'll just happy to upgrade. Please block. Thank you. Manifest, I hit Evolving Wilds. That's good because I don't really want to draw more land. So I pull Elvish Visionary just to draw Elvish Visionary, just to get ahead on cards. I have all these extra pulses lying around too. Alright, he taps out for Ruin Processor, which I think is going to end up being good for me. Yep. When I got lucky and top decked the Oblivion Strike, but I was going to Treasure Cruise anyway if I didn't. So I get to make the same attack as last turn. This time I have a 2/2. This time he's willing to trade. We manifest another land, which is good. So while he's tapped out, I think I'm just going to Treasure Cruise. And we hit another tap land, which we can put into play, which is fine. So we're getting our mana set up, and our hand is really gas. He Treasure Cruises, which is fine. We're way ahead on board. We have so many more creatures in play. We can start chump attacking, I think, yeah, into everything. Because it deals 5 extra damage if he eats a 1/1. Which is not insignificant. He only has 2 mana open here. So I think I should play around some sort of negate and or disdainful stroke. So I don't have any creatures in my graveyard, but I have all these pulses. And I think hitting land drops is actually just fine. It thins my deck out. It's just totally reasonable. So I figure he's got to counter this. But he doesn't. He does not counter, and that's pretty crazy. So I have to discard it. I was expecting him to negate my Treasure Cruise, but he's got Pulse on his Sultai Emissary, I guess, which he can use with Vulturous Haven. So he's got some 2/2s. Again, I'm way ahead in life. I can Oblivion Strike his flyer. Evolving Wilds, another land. Bash with everybody. Again, I push through 4 extra damage. So if you look at it now, I've pushed through 9 extra damage by chump attacking. And it's, made my Treasure Cruises better, etc. Here he's got Sky Spawner and Avon, so he's got a little bit of the Air Force reassembled, which is fine. This time I've got Lore Master and I can flip it right away, so I think I'm probably going to flip and get back Treasure Cruise. I'm already up 3 cards. I'm up a lot in the life total department. This is a little annoying. He's got another Oblivion Strike for my Lore Master. So I do have another Lore Master in the deck, even though he's exiled 2 of them. Disdainful Stroke for my Avon. That's like kind of annoying, but not the worst thing in the world. That allows me to Oblivion Strike his guy. I'm not willing to trade Eldrazi Sky Spawners just yet because I could just draw a complete disregard, and then my Sky Spawner will be dealing him lethal damages. Treasure Cruise resolves. Okay, we're drawing pretty well. We've again thinned our deck out a lot of lands. He's got a Lore Master now, so I figure it's fine to attack in this spot because I want a creature in my graveyard to get back with Pulse potentially. And I have another Sky Spawner anyway that can attack through it. So here, I don't want to play the Lore Master because I can't unflip it. And Ruin Processor, I don't want to play because he could go end of turn, get back Oblivion Strike, but now if I wait, he gets back Pulse. And if I would have went for Treasure Cruise, he could have flipped Monster Lore Master to get back Disdainful Stroke and then countered my Treasure Cruise. So I kind of wanted him to commit to getting something first, which he would of course get Pulse, which is just better for me. So now I get to end a turn Pulse on Sky Spawner, and now I'm going to be significantly advantaged in the air. 1, he's down to 8. I get to play another Sky Spawner, and blocking here is fine with me because he's upgrading my guys, and I figure he might have a 2/3 or a better creature underneath there. But it was just an Evolving Wilds, and I get to upgrade into... Ooh, a Vulturous Haven's actually pretty good because that can be just more flying damage. And Treasure Cruise, it would have been nice to draw, but oh well. So he has to use a Bone Splinters on his own Lore Master, which is a good play because now he can pulse it back to kill one of my Sky Spawners. He makes that exact play. Replays the Lore Master and has 7 mana open. So I can't complete disregard his Lore Master because he could just flip it and counter it. But I can pulse into my own Sky Spawner and just keep attacking with flyers and 2/2s. End of turn there, I flipped my Manifest to get this Avon to be flipped. So now, I guess this is not the best attack since he gets to basically eat my guy, but it gets him to commit all of his mana. So I'm fine with that. Now that he's done that and targeted Pulse Marasa, now I can complete disregard his Sultai Emissary. So he's going to get no value from that, and I kill his Elvish Visionary and keep my 2/2 alive, so that's just a nice little tempo boost for my board state, really. And I guess I just slam a Ruin Processor, process a land. Like, my board is like, I mean, I'm up 52-10. My board position is way better. He can do what he wants to try to stabilize, but it's just not going to be enough, most likely. So let's cruise. Does he have a counter? Nope. I just got more threats, so I'm fine trading in the air here because I just got running back Sky Spawners. I've cast a lot of Sky Spawners this game. Sky Spawners present more of a threat, I think, than just morphing and unflipping Monastery Lore Master. He plays some dumb ground idiots, and we just get to bash with our flyers in the air for 6. Yeah, if we're getting to the point where he takes 6 and has no other play other than pulse, then we're eventually going to overrun him. So we have 8 power of flying now. Another ruin processor lands. He can't deal with all of our threats. Visionary, Sky Spawner. Complete Disregard is a really good draw. We get to kill his Sky Spawner. He's got the negate. Fine. I can just Lore Master, flip it. I guess I don't even need to flip it right now. I can just literally attack with everybody. His blocks are not the best. And now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, my attack is just lethal. Yeah, I guess the game ended here, but the replay is not saying it ended. But we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And he does not have any play. Okay, so I won game 1. On to game 2. Probably going to be on the play again. This is an obvious mulligan. No land. This is a good hand. We have all of our colors and a visionary, and we can put untap land on top. That lets us play a turn 2 visionary. If we hit another untap land, we can play Sky Spawner. Another visionary is a good constellation prize. And then we get to play our tap lands, so now we have 4 mana open the next turn. Sky Spawner is fine. I'll happily attack into it. He doesn't mind trading. I'll think about what I should do, and I should definitely play my land first, and then leave open a blue and play the Sky Spawner, because now I'm actually holding open Disdainful Stroke and Negate. Okay, so now since I drew another Sky Spawner, I'm fine trading. And now I can just do the same play. This time I'm hoping open Disdainful Stroke, Negate, and Pulse Marasa. And Vulture Haven, perfect opportunity for me to Disdainful Stroke. Basically denies him drawing 2 cards and making a 2/2, you know, so pretty good value. I don't really want to give him a 2/2 right now. I'm fine pulsing back Elvish Visionary and then just trying to get ahead on cards. We're both a little stuck on land, which is annoying. He has the Nantuko Husk, which is always the most annoying. I drew the Oblivion Strike, but I'm just gonna Elvish Visionary. Another Oblivion Strike, that's fine. Another reason why, yeah, I don't have Reeve Soul in the deck is because it's just so bad against Nantuko Husk. I'd rather have debilitating injury, but there's only 1 Husk in this list, so I don't think it's worth putting the injury in. Here I make a really bad block, and for some reason, I think blocking with 2 Elvish Visionary would be bad because he could have complete disregard. I don't know why I did this, but when he sacks his emissary, all my guys are dying anyway, so I just kind of like threw away a spawn token for absolutely no reason, which is finally, I think, a bad play. I think I've been happy with most of my plays up until that point, but I think that was a egregiously bad play. Not that it's like bad in that it's going to cost me the game, bad in that it's very simple. Like, I should have easily been able to discern that that was not the right play. So he's got Pulse on his Aven. That's pretty annoying. Problem is I follow up 1 misplay with another misplay, and I should have just negated that, because letting him Aven right now is just bad. He gets to sack a 2/2, draw more, so he has Negate or Disdainful Stroke open. So he has the negate. So he very likely had the negate anyway for when I went for the pulse, but he wouldn't have it here. And if he doesn't have it here, then he's going to have a vulture saving in the graveyard, and I'm going to hit him for 2. But instead, I do not. Maybe this negate being in my hand will work out better for me. I don't know. But because I have a tap land, he treasure cruises, I get another turn of no value negate. So I feel really bad right now that he's not at, he should be at least at 16 life, because I should be attacking him again, and I'm not. And my Sky Spawner should be taking over. So here is the same play. I go for negate. Does it work this time? Nope, he has Dispel. So just all around pretty bad for me. This time I pulse for Visionary. Hitting lands, not the worst in the world. 6, 7. Only 7 mana with the Scion, so not quite ready to Lore Master plus flip. He's drawing all of his Avens though. That's like one of the best cards to draw. So not quite ready to cast anything here. I could have Oblivion Strike that turn, which would have been good. But he's content just racing. So here, I'll play my Morph. He can kill it, but at least I'll get back a pulse. And I'm taking 2 for 0, which is just annoying. Here, I think I yeah, I get back pulse. I would like to Oblivion Strike his Lore Master, but he can just sack it with the Husk. So I make a misplay here. I should have targeted Oblivion Strike first with an Entuco Husk, but he has the Disdainful Stroke anyway, but so it's okay that my misplay isn't getting punished. So now I make the right play, which is get that Entuco Husk off the board. Here's another Treasure Cruise. So we're down 10 cards. And he's got Oblivion Strike for our guy, so we're not looking that good now. I don't like our spot. It would be nice to have Oblivion Strike this turn, though, because we'd be able to kill his Morph and he would not be able to flip it. But we're just trading off flyers. I actually didn't think he was going to block there, because he can clock me for 6 the next turn. But he's content with 4 being enough. Another Aven. So before he draws this card, just in case he draws negate, I'm just going to pulse for a Visionary. I just need to draw a Treasure Cruise or something. So he has Lore Master plus Pulse go, which is pretty brutal. So here I have Visionary plus Lore Master plus I can flip it. He has another Oblivion Strike, so he's just killing. He's just kind of perfectly been able to save all his Oblivion Strikes for my Lore Master. So he pulses for Husk, gets his Husk back. This game's not looking very good for me. If you noticed, if you're watching the time though, we were even for a very long time, but then he didn't disconnect, but he got a lot of lag. So he says, and he's down a game too. So he's, yeah, even if he wasn't down a game and we were both close on time, game 3 would very likely come down to whoever plays faster. Not even like plays to win or lose, but just plays faster. But the fact that I'm not dead, I'm not losing this game quite yet. And he's already out of time is a little rough. So I Treasure Cruise here. Hope he doesn't counter. And then he runs out of time and just concedes. So really unfortunate that some lag happened and he lost maybe like 4 minutes of clock. And with this grindy matchup, that's really, really relevant. So I was Not sad to get the win, but a little sad that we weren't able to play a full match to its conclusion. But that's the risk you take with sleeving up, sleeving up my grindy decks. They're gonna take you to time, and can't play around the computer. I've definitely lost some matches to lag and to disconnects, and it feels really annoying. But that's Moto these days. Those are like the entry barrier to entry, startup costs or whatever, to be expected because Moto is not the best. But I do like these games. I do like this deck. One thing I want to take a note is that I got a little bit of flack from just like one dude on my YouTube page that said that what we created is not the real standard pauper format because we're allowing uncommons to be played that used to be commons like Grasp of Darkness, etc. Right now, if you take a look at all the cards that were allowed to be legal, none of them are really breaking the format. Like Treasure Cruise is still the broken card in the format. Like we're playing control decks and we're not like I put some Grasp of Darkness in my sideboard, but it's not even good because it doesn't exile, which is relevant. Rolling Thunder, I haven't even seen anybody like really playing well with that card, even though it could be good. Like what else is there? Cruel Revival could be good, but there's just not that many zombies that I just don't think there's a valid argument that the format is worse with these new uncommons that used to be common legal. I think it just has made the format better. It's just added more cards to the card pool, allows people to brew completely, different decks, and a bunch of those decks aren't good anyway, so it's like irrelevant. It's like, what if we just add, like when the core sets were adding a bunch of random cards that weren't actually draftable and didn't show up in packs, they were just randomly standard legal. Who cares? Those cards like didn't even affect anything most of the time, so what's the point? If the card's not making an effect, then it's essentially the same format. So if that guy wants to keep arguing, I think it's falling on deaf ears. And in my opinion, the way this format's shaping up and the way that you got to realize the rotation is going to happen, we're going to lose Treasure Cruise. Maybe some of those other cards will get a chance to shine more post-rotation, but for right now, I think the format's better having them. More diverse, more, brew-friendly. Just more options for people out there. Who doesn't like more options in a format that we're already so constrained by the limitations of the card pool? Why don't we just include more variation to the format? That's my thought, at least. If turns out that cards are broken, we can form like a rules committee and we can ban them. We can easily do that. So I'm fine doing that with hosts. We could elect a few random members of the community to be spokespeople for the community as well, so we could have kind of like the government officials like me and Gwynedd and Roberto, and we could also elect Joe Cool is also pretty much like a government official. We could elect a couple other, the people could elect maybe 3 or 4 more people from the community, and then we could have like a majority vote decision on stuff like that. Would be kind of cool to set up if we think a card needs to be banned. But right now, Treasure Cruise would be the most bannable card, and you can interact with it. I think in Roberto's stats page, it shows that Negate is actually the most played card, not Treasure Cruise. But it's probably the most played card because Treasure Cruise exists, which is kind of funny. But yeah, that's the deck. Undefeated. Somebody's got to stop me. I'm on a 24-match win streak, which is absolutely absurd. I think this is the deck. The reason why I brew so much, I brewed for week 1, Mono Black Zombies week 2, Is It Burn week 3, teamer grind tokens basically, and then week 4 Sultai grind, and then week 5 I was like, okay, I think Sultai grind's the best. And when like 3 other people pick up the same deck in 1 week, but a lot of people didn't pick up my other decks, that tells me that they either think it's really good too, or they play tested it and they figured out that they know it's really good. So yeah, expect to see this deck and some grindy matchups. I could try to come up with an antidote for this deck, right? Like it's just a deck that has a perfect matchup against it. I haven't even played against blue-red Is It Prowess, but maybe that would be a good deck. The first thing I'm thinking is a deck that has a lot of counter magic, a lot of tempo spells. I could see blue-red Prowess being a bad matchup. A deck that can end the game quickly, obviously, that has card advantage and whatever. So maybe people should go back to playing that. But for now, I think I'll play this. Thank you for watching. Again, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to sound off in the YouTube comments here. You can always follow me. I upload automatically my YouTube videos to my Twitter page as well, so you can follow me there at Dr. Chris Baker DC. Thanks for watching.